Hey guys, I'm Dave. I'm the Executive Director here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet.
And I'm Chaplain Chaz Blackburn, and I have the honor of being the president of Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. And we have a really, really neat individual on today. I'm really excited about this up-and-coming nonprofit. It's definitely a resource that we need more of in this community.
Right.
It's something that's really hit our community specifically really hard. And I'll let her introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Erin Aboud, and I am the Executive Director and the Nevada founder for Chrysalis Light Recovery Homes.
Awesome. Well, we're going to learn more about that in a minute. I was going to say we're going to go to events, but we switched up our entire process.
Yeah, we don't do events anymore. I mean, we'll talk about events happening in the community because we care about that. But the majority of the show, what we found was when you were listening, you guys tended to skip our events segment. So you didn't really care about what we said about events. Thanks a lot. We appreciate that.
I watched the events segment.
You watched it? You watched it? Oh, that's good. I didn't actually. I skipped it too.
You know why I don't? I'm glad we're not doing events is because that's usually what you picked on me with.
That's true.
The
well,
guests,
I pick on you all the time. So.
Yeah, but not as much as the events segment.
The events was worse.
Yeah,
you're probably right. You never know. I mean, so yeah, we're changing it up a little bit. So thank you guys for just sticking with us. Our numbers were great the last 2 weeks, and it's because you're sharing it, you're listening, you're talking about Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet and the Community Cares podcast. So thank you guys so much. Without the supporter, without the listener, without you, there is no Good Shepherd. This is a community organization. So thank you guys.
It is, and we got a call to action, don't we?
We have a call to action?
Yes, sir.
What's our call to action?
Our call to action is we wanted to let the community know that over the next 2 weeks, we have a large amount of clothes piling up in the back. Yeah. And this is great news that you guys are donating clothes, and we thank you so much to support our micro closet partners like Eddie House and the new Carson City location and Bristol Cone. However, it's really piling up because there's so many donations. So we need tons of volunteers. So please reach out to us. If we're not able to get through that in the back, it's becoming a safety hazard. Yep. We're going to have to shut down donations for a month.
Yep.
And that's going to be, it makes me nervous, but I know it's necessary, but we don't have to.
Right. Well, we don't want to do that. But the reality is we're at the point where if we don't get this handled, if we don't get enough groups in, if we don't get enough, because of the blessing you guys brought, thank you for trusting us with your donations.
Absolutely.
We want to handle them all with care. Mm-hmm. And if we don't have enough volunteers to be able to make that happen, it doesn't get handled with care. That's the reality.
Yeah. And a lot of the people donating too, they lost a spouse and they're donating their clothes, and it's such a precious gift that you're giving, and so we do want to do that with care.
Yeah, we want to honor what you guys gave us, so we're able to help even more and more people. So yeah, there's a lot going on in the community right now for sure. We're not going to be talking about a lot of the events, but we do want to say a thank you to Emma Ashley and the fundraiser that we had last Thursday for the concert. That was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. It reminded me of how old I am as a dad. And I was looking around at these young kids, and it was so cool, but I was like, man, I don't know what that guy's saying. And I don't know what they're singing about. No. I was like, man.
You had no clue. You don't know the lingo.
No, but thank you, Emma. You did a wonderful job, and all of you did. There was 7 artists.
Oh yeah, it was donated. Great artists, and it was a good time. And we do want to do our shout out for our first sponsor ever. Shelley's Hardware, True Value. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring for the year. We really appreciate it. That helps us continue this podcast and continue doing what we're doing in the community. Without belief in what we're doing, there is no Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet.
And it's really important, as we always talk about, to support local, and that's a great local hardware store that often gets overlooked, and it's super convenient. They have really cool stuff in there, new shirts with the old airplane hanger over there on the shirt that you used to hold airplanes.
That's fun.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Pat was on the podcast. You can check it out. It was a few weeks ago, but definitely that is going to help us keep our lights on and keep us doing what we're doing. So we appreciate you guys sponsoring us. Thank you, Shelley's Hardware. And yeah, they were in an airport hangar. That's how they started, as a hardware store. Pretty
That's
cool.
so cool.
We have another sponsor we're going to announce next week. So we're up to 2 sponsors now.
Are we going to say the exciting news? Oh, not yet, right?
Not yet. Not yet.
There's some more exciting news.
There's more stuff happening.
Big things happening. So thank you for watching this. Awareness is so important. I just want to second what Dave said. Please share this podcast. And if you're not able to give financially or volunteer, just awareness is great. But we also do need financial contributions. We're really trying to do more at the CARES campus right now. And we have some great opportunities to better serve that population. And we do need financial funding as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting time for nonprofits. I mean, without the individual, without people giving $5, $10, $20, $100 a month, there's no Good Shepherd. That's actually what saved our organization, was people giving the $5, $10, $20.
Every dollar matters, right?
Yeah,
it really does. So.
Monthly donation of people just they feel called to help people like Timothy, to help people like Michael, to help people that are living on the street, to help people at Scarlet Hope, who Haley over there sent someone over here the other day.
Did she? Awesome.
When you support Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, you're not just supporting Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, you're supporting a lot of different nonprofits in the community as well, including Eddie House, Briscoe and Family Resource Center, and so many more.
So it's all about collaboration with nonprofits and working together. So I'm super excited to learn about this nonprofit today. And I'd like to say our cliche saying, which is be the change that you want to see in the world. And that's certainly what you're doing. So please tell us about your nonprofit and maybe how it started and what your guys' goals and visions are.
Yeah, thank you for being here, Erin.
Thanks for having me. I'm really glad to be here. So in 2011, I went to a home called Chrysalis Women's Transitional Living. I had 2 felony charges, homeless. I lost my son, and I had no hope. And I had heard about this home. I knew it was faith-based, and I was interested. I knew there was a God out there, but I didn't have a personal relationship with the Lord. And I stepped out in faith and went to that home, and it was an 18-month program. Saved my life. The program itself offers relationship classes, boundaries. It's Christ-centered. Everything is biblical. So that was really the stepping stone that I needed to have lasting change.
Yeah.
That foundation.
Do you want me to wait?
Oh, you're good.
Cutting in and out.
You're good.
Okay. That foundation, I mean, you have to have that.
Absolutely. And with the program itself, it was the volunteers, the coaches, the teachers that really gave me what I needed to have long-term success. So coming in there, homeless, hopeless, kidless, it gave me hope. It breathed life back into me, and it gave me the accountability that I really needed to have a successful recovery program for myself. And through the home, it has drug testing, it has curfews, and so my upbringing didn't give me the foundation and the life skills that I needed to stay off drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
It was coming to this home that really turned on the light in my darkness to give me what I needed to have a successful recovery. And that was 14 years ago. I've been clean and sober ever since.
Wow.
And the last 14 years, I've gotten married. I've had another children. I'm a stepmom. I've gotten 2 pardons for my felonies. I was long distance and traveling for 8 years to raise that little boy that I got back by the grace of God. I lived in Idaho 1 week and Nevada 1 week.
Wow.
So although I had a home here in Nevada in 2015, I really didn't become full-time until 2023. And that's where God was really starting to truly prepare me for this next chapter in my life. I've been peer-to-peer recovery here in Reno, and with that, you're not really able to share the good news of what God has done in your life. There's a program that's separate from that, and you want to respect it. And so coming into this place for Chrysalis Light Recovery Homes, it didn't come until December.
Wow.
Not a day sooner. I never thought in a million years this is what I was supposed to be doing. I was pursuing other things. And yeah, so when you say how long, it's been since December. We got our 501(c) in January. Our first board meeting was in March, and we got the ball rolling ever since. And we're just hoping to make a difference here in the community. That it's a big need. There's not a faith-based recovery home here. And for me, for the women, but for me, I would not be here today had I not gone through a program like that, giving me the foundation in Jesus Christ that I needed to know that God's love was there through it all.
It's powerful.
It really is. Cool. It gave me the ability to forgive myself and forgive others so I could have that lasting healing in my life.
And you know, we always talk about, so even if you're not religious and you're listening to this, or spiritual, or whatever faith you are, when we talk about equality of resources in our community, you know, there is no faith-based recovery housing like this, correct?
For women. There's
for
not.
women. Mm-mm. And so, you know, it's important to have those different avenues to be able to really, you know, reach all those different demographics. And I know, like in chaplaincy, we don't evangelize. You know, it's a secular role in the sense it's emotional support,
sure,
crisis intervention. If they are of faith, we can serve them.
Yeah.
But we just meet people where they're at. But like Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, we serve everybody, but we are a faith organization, and it's such a blessing to be able to have that foundation and be able to be able to show Jesus' light and love, and especially when it comes to serious things like recovery.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
absolutely, we need it.
Yeah.
And what I am excited for is they don't have to be Christian to come into our home. It's non-denominational, so they can come with whatever faith they have, and we respect them and they respect us, and we work together to give them the support and guidance and accountability that they need for that long-term recovery.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no, I think that's super powerful, and just to be able to offer that and provide a safe space that is beyond just the recovery piece as well, right? Because I know, I mean, AA and NA, they started Christian based, but but there is that piece, and I've known a lot of people through those programs that actually come to Jesus because of it.
Correct.
But it's not, because you have to acknowledge, or at least talk about the question of a higher power, right? In those programs, and I've known people that have come to Christ with that, but I've also known people that are Buddhist because of that, and I know people that are all sorts of different faiths because of that. So I respect that you guys. It's with your program that you're putting together or put together, and the looking for the house. It's not only just for Christians. Anyone can be a part of it, right? But do you guys share Christianity with them?
We do. We have biblical principles that we're teaching. Everything, the curriculum itself is going to be Bible study based. So yeah, it is a Christ-centered home.
And I love this coaching one-on-one. You know, you're talking about life skills and career skills and faith-based classes, and that's so important. It's the whole circumference of care. It's not just, you know, one service of support. It's addressing all the needs, so that once they leave, that they have that foundation to continue on, because it's really a long-term game. You know, it's giving that foundation, like you said, you got to be able to be 14 years sober, you said? That's incredible. Praise God. That's so neat.
So as someone who has experience in both struggling in the past and now leading the recovery program, what leadership qualities do you think are most important in substance abuse and treatment settings?
Leadership qualities, I would say that it's extremely important to come in with no real expectation. I think that when people are coming from brokenness, they don't want to be judged. They don't want to be shamed. They want to be supported and lifted up and encouraged. That's what worked well for me, and they didn't ever stop loving me. Yeah. So for me, that's how I'm approaching each woman I've ever helped with recovery is I just try to love them unconditionally, meet them where they're at, and show them the way, whether it's resources, whether it's through prayer, whether it's through connections, because the one thing also, we can't do it alone. Community is so important.
It's so important.
And so for me, the leadership is, there's no real true answer to that other than loving them well.
Sure. So in that realm, what inspires you to do what you do? Because you have those past experiences, you have things that have happened in your life. How do you, are you working with anyone right now in this realm? Are you?
I am a sponsor. I have 6 sponsees.
Okay.
Yeah, and that is
because there's no home yet.
No home yet. And so for the last 14 years, this is what I've been doing naturally, is helping women figure out how to stay clean and sober, how to find a relationship with their God, how to get their families back, how to navigate conflict and do it with grace and dignity.
Okay.
Yeah.
So our key principles are hope and dignity, and I love the grace and dignity. That's so key. And it's like when people come here to shop, it's not just about clothes.
No.
It's the experience. It's the socialization.
Yep.
It's the hope and dignity and grace. And so I love that. That's what I hear when I hear you talking about this program. It's really creating that environment of just dignifying them and showing them that they're of value and they are loved. I mean, that's so key.
And that's the home, that's the hope for a home, is I don't want a commercial building. I don't want these ladies to feel institutionalized anymore. We don't know what it's like to live in a home, come home every day, cook dinner there, clean up after ourselves in a home. And that's that dignity piece, is coming from homelessness and poverty and then stepping into a home where it's almost normal, right? And we don't know what normal feels like until it's offered to us without any expectation other than we just want to love you to life.
Do you guys do any support for like grief support? Because a lot of these individuals probably have a lot of losses.
So what we are is the home with accountability and life skills with the coaching. We will be providing resources and those connections in our community for them to get the treatment and trauma-informed care that they're going to need. We will not be specifying in that. We'll just be loving them through that process, and then they get to come home and be in a safe place to really be encouraged or prayed for or walked through those difficult times that usually end up having them relapse because they don't know how to walk through it.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. Was in the programs, let's say someone goes through the program, maybe they're not as successful as you. What's those next step follow-ups? Well, it sounds like you just answered that question. It's being there for those people even when things are hard, right?
Exactly. And not everybody's going to get it right there. I loved coming from the home I did in Idaho, is she taught me early on that seeds are being planted. Whether they get it or not, they know where to turn to for love and support. And having the community circle around them, knowing that there's options out there. It's not going to be for everybody, but it's our job to show them the love and support no matter where they're at, so they can feel the love. That's all we need here on earth, is love and tools and resources.
It doesn't happen overnight, right? I mean, it's a lifelong battle of every day for all of us to choose those things.
Yep. And so one of the questions I'd love to ask is, because I wanted to touch on what you were talking about, circling around that person, right? After, or if they relapse, what does that look like, do you think? Like, practically, like texting, calling, praying, being there for that person. What is involved? What do you think?
So,
because that's complicated.
That is very complicated. How about an easier question? No.
As a sponsor in Narcotics Anonymous, we encourage the individual to reach out. Once you form that relationship, you do some follow-up. But the one thing that we know about recovery is they got to put in the work. They need to want it, and we're here open arms no matter what and no matter when. This program has contracts and agreements and accountability involved with the structure and the support. So that's different. If they are not willing to follow the rules and to do what they signed up for, we'll have to ask them to leave because they potentially can bring others with them towards the unwillingness and not wanting to do the rules of the program.
Also teaching them consequences and helping them learn how to walk those in a safe place, because a lot of these individuals, they don't have a bearing of consequences because they either were never taught in the beginning, or they're so numbed to be able to recognize that, and they don't think that way. And I know from past experiences personally and with my family, and I think it's beautiful that you guys would have that tough love, and you have to, and have that structure, but still when they're ready, have open arms
always
to be able to come back and work the program the correct way. It's beautiful.
I think that's great stuff for sure. And it's not an easy thing to give someone that tough love, to say, for instance, I've had clients, unfortunately, I've had to ask to leave here. It's the reality.
Just this last
week,
the
other day,
you told me.
There was a lady that came in here. She needs help. I know who she is. She's coming in, and I've talked with her. I've had conversations with her and been kind to her. And she's an older lady, and she always tries to push the system just a little bit. Oh, can't you just give me 3 more shirts today? I really need an extra pair of shoes today. Okay, well, let's talk about it. And, we have, in the past, given people extra stuff when needed. Totally true. But that's not the rule. That's the exception to the rule. It's not every single time we give people extra, because our lists are full of items. There's a lot of items you can get on our lists. It will set someone up for a while. So, when in those situations, sometimes there is tough love. Sometimes there is conversations like, actually, we're trying to help a lot of people. There's over 800 people a month that come through our doors.
Somebody will want a bed and be willing to put in the work.
Yeah, yep, exactly.
And I have always said, even before this time, is the only way we can love unconditionally is by setting healthy boundaries.
Yeah. But that's uncomfortable, though.
Can you say that? Can you say that again?
The only way we can love unconditionally is by setting healthy boundaries.
That's beautiful.
I've been teaching girls that. I've operated that way in my marriage, with my children, with sponsees. It's the only way we can love unconditionally.
There's one of those tools that we like to dive deep for in each podcast now.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, cool. And you're right. I completely agree that those healthy boundaries have to be in place for there to be real progress. I mean, to be different, to really change, you really have to be put through the fire.
Oh, yeah.
Purified.
And it's not comfortable.
No, it's not comfortable. Not comfortable at all. And just to go back to what you were saying about their past and where they come from, at 12 years old, I come from trauma. But at 12 years old, I got caught up in the system. I picked up 9 different misdemeanors and felonies. Wow. So from 9 to 23, I'm in the system. I know consequences, but the only consequences that I know is with shame, judgment, and jail. That's the only way they knew how to deal with me. And so to get to this place of having some consequences, but with love, respect, and dignity, it gave me that safe place to really have error in my life, but to heal and grow from it too, to become the person that I am today.
And consequences, I love that word, because people always think of only negative consequences, and consequences are good, they're bad. And so teaching them that positive side is so important, that loving side. I mean, a lot changes in love. If true love, real love,
100%.
I mean, that's the key. Love conquers all.
I love love.
I love love.
Love. Well, all right. Well, we've already had some harder questions. Why don't you tell us a little bit about just you and just what's your favorite things to do? What do you do for hobbies? Do you golf?
So
Throw a baseball? What do you do?
I actually love fishing. That
Ooh.
is what I love to do. I fly fish. I haven't had much success this year, but by golly, I've done it.
It's about just the
I
action,
think,
right?
yeah, it sure is beautiful. I play softball.
Oh, there you go.
I'm also not very good at it, but by golly, I sure enjoy it. Again, I lived in 2 states for 8 years, so I had to really figure out how I can stay connected and do what I love, and those 2 things really gave me the ability to do that. So it's a good time. I get to bring the kids and get out in nature and get some exercise. And I love catching a big fish or a small fish. A fish is a fish is a fish.
Hey, go ahead.
No, I didn't have anything. Go ahead.
Yes, you did. You said
No,
something.
go ahead, bud.
You're just going to spitball? What?
Go ahead. No, it's all good.
No, I really want to hear about your vision. Like, I know you're going to be excited for whatever God brings for the house, but what does the program evolve and look like? You know, what are you hoping for? If someone said, you know, I have a blank check within realistic amounts, you know, to get you a house, you know, what does that look like? A few bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, 2
Yeah,
bedrooms?
so the model itself is going to be a minimum of 4 bedrooms. We need 2 girls in each room and 1 room for the house manager who will be able to live there for free, have some recovery, have her own faith, and then be able to hold the girls accountable. That will be the trade-off. So at least a 4 bedroom, 2 bathroom. We want it to be near a bus line, a decent neighborhood, and my goal is to have 4 homes, 1 for each phase. There's a 6-month, 12-month, and 18 months. So every 6 months, you're in a different phase of the program.
Wow. Okay.
And then the 4th home, I'm hoping to offer an alumni home. So when the girls are not quite ready to go live out on their own, they still want that support and accountability. We have that alumni home to support them through that too.
So the first step in that would be just getting a
1 home.
Okay. And so I mean, I don't know where you guys are, and I know things will take time. How are you guys taking steps towards that right now? Fundraising for that?
So our first event is September 6th, and that will be our elevator pitch. And that's when we are hoping from this podcast and from you guys, you can invite people who have the heart for our vision and are like-minded and looking for ways to partner up. Whether it's prayer, household items, a home, we're going to want a van at some point in time. And the goal date, my goal was yesterday, but the date that God has given me is March.
Okay.
That is a good time frame to collect household items.
Yeah.
We are doing that right now. We have space for it where I'm located, and we can start collecting them to prepare for our first home.
Well, you got to hook up with one of our other nonprofits I was on. There's a nonprofit called the Little Red Truck.
Yeah, that's going to be
I actually am invited to sit on their board, and so I'm going to go check that out in August and see how we can get connected and partner up either way. I did have a friend who's on that board, and when I collect furniture, I want to be able to donate it to them as well.
Yeah, awesome. You know, I bet Chaz wishes he had friends, though. Sorry, Chaz.
So you're picking on me now again?
I think you both have friends.
I thought I have lots of friends.
We were like talking about God and showing God's love. And
I'm showing God's love.
His sense of humor.
And then to circle back, I started talking to the county commissioner about ways we can partner up and figure out housing or land opportunities and what that would look like to build or, you know, get some sponsorship for a home.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
It's definitely needed in the area, and I think it's something that more people need to be thinking about, and especially with the amount of churches in the area and all the different Christians. I mean, we got to have some support out there that can make this happen. So yeah, thank you for being here. We really appreciate it.
Are you guys on any social media?
I haven't done that yet.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I haven't done that yet. You know, I am in the process of building that foundation and that structure.
That's okay.
And getting it out there, being bold in what the Lord's calling me to do is a little scary sometimes, right? And the enemy likes to come in and say, you're not smart enough, you're not educated enough, you're not, equipped enough. And so getting to this place of reaching the right people in God's timing, like you said, open the doors and shut the doors that are not meant to be. have not done the social media part yet. Although you told me to do that when I first met you.
I probably did.
Social media, social media, social media.
I mean, that's what this is right now. You're on social media now.
Yeah.
So let's when you complete that, we can tag this.
Oh, perfect.
People will see your social media.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to get the word out about this because I think this is really important. I'm actually really excited. So are there other faith-based homes that do men's here? That's what, Crossroads?
No,
they're not faith-based.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's really not a lot because there used to be another organization.
Salvation Army is one, and then there's the Gospel Reno Mission.
Yeah.
And there's not a women's.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, and the Crossroads and the Empowerment Center, I know for sure, is a 4 to 6 month program. So what we're offering is the long-term stability program for these girls to transition into life on life's terms with that community.
And when we don't focus on the reality of what trauma does to somebody, truly, I mean, 4 to 6 months is not enough for someone who's been horrifically traumatized in their life. And so, this really gives them an opportunity to make it long term, like you said.
Yeah, and
really
have a safe place to talk about it.
Yeah.
And to be prayed over and spoken life into. So the accountability coach, and what makes us a little different too, is it's not peer to peer. Somebody with 6 months or a year in recovery isn't coming home to teach somebody with all those years of brokenness. And what we're seeking is women that have faith, that have a healthy marriage, that have jobs and stability for maybe hopefully 20-30 years, bringing these women through the program. The accountability coach, it was like a mother figure for me. And that is what changed my idea of what life looks like when you're sober, is through her. And I'm still, she's coming. And she stays with us, and I go and visit her, and we stay very much so connected because of that community piece, right? I can't do it alone, and she's like a mother to me, a spiritual mother. It's been awesome.
I can't wait to meet her. That's going to be awesome. You can't fake that lifelong wisdom either. That real lived experience, and not just the first 6 months or a year, but that you've actually made it and have that long-term foundation.
You don't have that many grays in your beard. You're okay.
I wasn't talking about myself.
Oh,
I'm not always talking about myself, Dave.
Good try. Good try. Fell a little
Did you fix my little emojis yet?
No.
The fireworks?
I can't figure it out.
Dude, you are one of the
figure it out.
smartest technology.
Yeah, maybe I really don't want it.
I know. Like, I really want it.
You really want it?
I do. I love when we can say we heart this organization.
Oh, man. All right. I'll work on it more then.
All right.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
It's been a lot of fun learning about what you're doing and why you're doing it. And to have that goal date too, I think that definitely helps some of our listeners as well. Like, hey, this needs to happen. This is why it needs to happen, because it's a real issue in our community.
Yeah. Where can people donate?
ChrysalisLight.org. We have
awesome.
our donation page on our website, and Chrysalis, not very many people know how to spell that, so it's CHRYSALIS, and then light.org.
We could probably add that into the description and make it easy for people to click on.
Maybe.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe we can.
We will.
We will?
Yes. Man, you are just like on one today.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
A little grouchy. What
Yeah.
did you have for lunch?
Not enough, obviously. I'd have to eat a whole pizza just to be able to deal with some of the podcast episodes.
Happy Monday. This is launching on Tuesday, but we recorded on Monday.
Yeah, we record on Monday. Hey guys, we really appreciate you listening. Chaz and I actually like each other a lot. We're friends, I swear. And we could not do this without you, the listener. It is so crucial. It's critical for our nonprofit, for our organization, that you are a part of what we're doing. So thank you. Again, thank you to Shelley's Hardware for sponsoring and being our first sponsor. We help over 800 people a month, no matter what. We're asking you to come alongside and help one. All right, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you next week.